Hi guys, Samuel Larsen here, and let's talk conversion rates and tracking. Now, I know a lot of clients of mine, and probably you as well, are tracking conversion rate as your number one metric. So I want to kind of like challenge your thinking a bit here and provide you a little bit of the other side, why that might not be the best metric for you, and what other metrics could you possibly do. Now, as with everything, conversion rate, if you look into your Google Analytics, into your Shopify dashboard, whatever you're using to actually measure this, the number one problem with this is that it is really based on averages. So you might not be able to get that much info out of it. So surely you can see whether it's going up or down, but there's so many things affecting that. You might have a seasonal business, your traffic source might change, things like this. So on a surface level, it is a pretty meaningless number. Also, it doesn't really account for outliers. So let's say you have 100 people that buy one product, but the 101 person, he buys 50. Then that's going to skew your data. You think like, okay, average person buys 1.6 products. It doesn't really mean that, you know. Average person still buys one product, but since it is based on averages, that will like skew your data to a wrong direction, and you might do bad business decisions based on that. Another big issue the whole conversion rate optimization industry has with this, and why many CRO experts actually very much dislike the term conversion rate optimizer, because it is completely possible to increase your conversion rate while losing money. And all you would basically need is offer Ferraris for $1. You will lose a lot of money, but your conversion rate will be amazing, right? So obviously we want to be more focused on the actual money and measure that more. Now, instead of just focusing on that 1%, what would be better metrics to focus on? Definitely some kind of revenue metrics, some kind of profit metrics tell you a lot more than just this percentage. So you could measure revenue per unique visitors, for example, could be a better measurement than just the conversion rate. Then it's really a manual measurement of the surface level. So if you just look at the conversion rate, there is really nothing to learn from that alone. Now, all the insights are in the segments, and you want to look at segments to learn anything. And segmentation is really the thing that separates the big boys from the amateurs when it comes to Google Analytics, when it comes to tracking. So what would be a good segments that you want to take a look at when you are starting to optimize? Now, I would start with certain segments such as new versus returning visitors. Then I would definitely want to look at traffic source, because it's a great way to find out where your profitable customers are coming from. What's the return on your ad spend type of things. Devices, a big thing. You want to see like if mobile is converting way worse than desktop, there's probably something to learn from there. Which countries are selling? What kind of demographics are buying from you? Maybe your best target audience is women 45 to 55. But if you never actually segment this data, you will never know. And as a result, you will be just shooting in the dark, hoping to hit something. Now, what I really like to do is combine these metrics together and actually look at this, for example, have a demographic and a traffic source combined together. And this way you can really laser target your ad spend, your ads. You will have a lot more of a better idea of what you should be aiming for and who you should target. And in general, a good goal, for example, if you are tracking revenue per visitor, would be to have like a 5% increase on this per month. And 5% might not sound like too much. You're thinking like, yeah, if I were focused on my ad spend or something like that, I can get returns that are higher than 5%. But what you need to keep in mind is that you're really looking to have that like consistent 5% learning and increasing per month. And even by this, like, you will get massive results, because small results, small improvements lead to big gains over the long term. So keep in mind the rule of 72. So if you are increasing 5% a month, how long would it take for you to actually double your business? It turns out it's only 14 months. So there's a lot you can do in terms of conversion optimization. So that's why I'm a big fan of tracking, because you can actually prove all the gains that you are getting, and you can prove the other side as well. So make sure that you're tracking multiple metrics. Conversion rate is just one of them, and you should really be tracking measurements such as metrics containing revenue as well. All right, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos regarding e-commerce and conversion rate optimization, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.